Hey y'all, just a quick video to let you know some of the tips and tricks, do's and don'ts that I use when doing my eye makeup because I have older, more mature eyes. A few little things to cover up to draw attention away from under eye circles, under eye lines. So tune in, keep watching, let me know what you think. My first do is absolutely hydrate your skin. I know it's difficult, like I like coffee, I like Cokes, I like tea. I'm Southern, so obviously I drink a lot of tea. All those things have caffeine. All caffeine is absolutely like a diuretic. It will leach water out of your skin. And the first thing that you need to know about dry skin is that dry skin looks wrinkled. First don't use soap and water on your face. Please, please, please don't use soap and water on your face. Same thing, dry skin. Strip all the oil off your face, you strip all the water out of your face with soap. It's gonna make your wrinkles look dry, it's gonna make you look more wrinkly. Dried out skin always looks wrinkly. So, opposite of that, my first do is use good skincare. So I don't care what it is, just use really good skincare. Don't use straight up soap on your face. Use something that's going to hydrate your skin, moisturize your skin, add to and balance the oils in your face to kind of help plump up those lines and keep you from looking dry. Use moisturizer. I use Limelight Skin Therapist to moisturize with, and it always feels so great going on. It does not make my skin feel oily or anything like that. It just literally is adding moisture back into my skin. And then, for those of us that are getting older eyes, I really like to hydrate under the eyes because I want to add as much moisture here where I have like these dark circles and lines as possible. And I use Limelight Must Do. Do not be afraid of using an oil underneath your eyes or even on your skin. I like to use it at night just on my skin. So this is Must Do. It's Palmrose and sunflower oil. So sunflower oil. So I'm going to hydrate underneath my eyes, a little over the eyes too, because I like to have really smooth eyes for putting on eye makeup. And that's really going to help. So hydrate from within, drink your water. Don't strip anything out of your skin by using soap. And then hydrate from the outside with a good moisturizer and a great either under eye cream or under eye oil, something along those lines. Okay, so my next big don't is don't skip primer. Okay, primer is really good for your skin. It's really good for kind of ups your makeup game. Makeup's all about creating an illusion. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to get rid of my dark circles. I'm not going to be able to get rid of the wrinkles under my eyes. Those don't just go away. It's all about creating an illusion to make it so that you're not really noticing it. So one of the things that primer does is it makes a nice smooth surface to let our makeup float above those lines and wrinkles so that your makeup doesn't settle down into it. So do not skip the primer. That means the do is absolutely use primer. So I use a spray primer, and then this is my big do with this. I like to spray 2 or 3 sprays of primer onto my sponge and pat it in under my eyes so that I get a really good primed under eye area. Okay, so we're getting into foundation now. Don't put foundation under your eyes. We don't want to create any more layers of makeup on areas that have wrinkles than we have to. So don't put the foundation up under your eyes. I'm going to start and I'm putting foundation just on my skin. And when I get to that under eye area, I basically ignore it with my foundation. I'm going to do something to it. but I'm just going to start out by ignoring it because I don't want any extra makeup underneath there. I don't want to create more layers. I don't want more makeup that can go down into creases than I need. Okay, so do use a good concealer that matches your skin tone on your eye area. So I use Limelight by Alcone's waterproof concealer, and I use it pretty darn close to the skin tone that I have. I don't want to go lighter. And I'll tell you why I don't want to go lighter. Because anywhere that's light on your face makes people look at your face. So the last thing I want to do, remember I said makeup is about an illusion, so the last thing that I want to do is have everybody looking straight at the area where I have dark circles, where I have wrinkles. So I want to use something very close to my skin tone, and I'm going to pat that in right here. Patting, 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 patting. And just smoothing out. And I go ahead and put it on my upper lid because I kind of use it as my primer as well. Okay. Big difference. Okay, so don't bake, okay? I'm about to use powder. I don't want to bake under my eyes. We talked about this before. We talked about how dry skin looks wrinkly, looks old. So the last thing that I want to do as someone who's getting older is to put a ton of powder on my face and cause it to start drying out and just settling into those wrinkles and going like, look, here I am. So I'm definitely not gonna bake. If you want to bake, you can, but you want to bake under your eyes. Just like we didn't take our foundation all the way up, you want to create that baked look here. Don't pull it up into your eye socket. So if you want to bake, you definitely can. Just keep it in this little area right here, these little triangles. On the other hand, do use just a little bit light dusting of translucent powder to set that. And I like to use translucent because I want to keep that same matching color that I use my concealer for. So get in there and set with a light dusting of translucent powder. And once I do that underneath my eyes, then I'm going to go ahead and just hit some translucent powder all over my face. Hey, don't use shimmer all over your eyes, okay? I know I love shimmer colors. Let me show you the fabulous palette that I have. Almost all of them are these gorgeous, gorgeous shimmery colors, and I love them. The problem is with older eyes, once again, anything that's light draws attention, right? So when you put those shimmer colors on your eyes and then they start to settle into those lines and then they attract the light and you're just like putting a bullseye on those lines in your eyes. So try to stay away from shimmer colors. Do use shimmer sparingly. Basically on the inner corner of your eyes here, and then you can always do your eyebrow highlight with a little bit of shimmer, because when you use your inner corner, you're pulling in attention here and away from here, and same thing with your brows. You're pulling up nice attention up here instead of down here. So I don't pull my shimmer all the way under. I don't pull my shimmer down here. I take it in this corner and I'm going to pull it up, and then I'm going to do a little bit of highlight here just to pull your eye up. So I'm going to do my eyes really quick and you'll see the end where I put the shimmer on in just the right places. attention drawn to it. So, but my last don't is don't skip the finishing spray, okay? So the finishing spray is absolutely what is going to lock it in. So don't skip the finishing spray. So my do is use the finishing spray. Don't be afraid of it. It's such great stuff. Locks in your makeup. We're hopefully keeping it again from settling down into lines and things like that. So I'm gonna hit finishing spray. And just like I did with the primer, I'm going to take my finishing spray and spray a couple of sprays onto a sponge, and I'm going to go in and first I'm going to pull down and I am going to pat anywhere that this concealer has started to get down into my wrinkles, and then I'm going to pat on the finishing spray to lock it in. So again, over here I'm going to pat down where we've gotten into these under eye lines, and I'm going to lock it down with the finishing spray to make it look nice and smooth. Okay, so you could be done if you like the dewy look, because a lot of finishing sprays leave like a dewy look. If yours doesn't, and it leaves a matte finish and you like that, that's cool. If yours does leave this dewy look, I don't particularly care for it. I like to have a more matte look, so I'm just gonna quickly dust back over with translucent powder. So I'm gonna take that translucent powder and just a couple little swirls, and I'm going to start in non-wrinkled areas so that by the time I get back underneath my eyes, I have very little powder underneath. Okay, my last do is to highlight. Alright, so remember we talked about if you want to bake, then you need to bake in this triangle here, because that's going to be where your highlight. You want to pull attention away from this area. I don't bake, so I do highlight. So I'm going to go back, and what I like to use is just a nice pink eyeshadow for a highlight. And I'm going to make that triangle highlight coming across here and down on both sides. And what I'm trying to do here is create the illusion of having really nice, smooth, non-wrinkled under eyes by pulling your attention here. I'm not even going to add any translucent powder to my buffing brush. I'm just going to buff that in. And I'm not going to pull it up underneath my eyes. Buff that highlight in there. There we go. Okay, so finish off with a little bit of mascara and you're all done. Okay, so that's it. Mascara's on, ready to go. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you picked up something helpful, and just if you did, leave me a comment, let me know. If you have some tips and tricks that I don't know about, let me know that too, because I'm always on the lookout for new stuff. So thanks for tuning in.